Jeez, what's going on, people? Welcome back, Nick J. Francis channel. It's not even the Nick J. Francis channel anymore, bro. It's the Only Fact Sports channel. I'm your host, Nick J. Francis. We're here, Hitchins versus Kambosos. As you can see, I'm all alone today. No Shane. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got to hold down the stream on my own. I just see a heavyweight brother get knocked out in 2 minutes, who I think might have even been a native New Yorker. So it's a bit of an L for the Americans at the moment. But still, do you know what I'm saying? Good round of boxing, good card of boxing. Richardson Hitchins up against George Kambosos Jr. That's the main event. That's what we're here for. Do you know what I'm saying? Road to 5K. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to keep my voice down because it's 2:30 in the morning here in the UK. We're covering the boxing as we're always doing on this channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got the citrus skills. Gotta get through this, man. Gotta get through this. I'm sweating like a mother, blood. It's so hot in it. Oh my days. TM, shout out TM. What are you doing up at these times, cuz? 2:34 in the morning and that. Just see that Terry Moana guy tump up Aleem Whitfield. I think Aleem Whitfield might be a New Yorker as well. You know, if he is, that's a major L for him. He is 6 foot New Yorker. Smoked, bro. Look at me, I'm sweating, bro. I got the window open behind me. It's serious right now. It is serious right now. That's one win already. We've seen one Australian win over an American already. Club World Cup as well. Yeah, facts. Facts. That's on the zone as well. I might have to catch some of that as well. I'm trying to see Arsenal make some signings, man. This is a joke thing. Everyone making signings apart from us. We ain't serious, man. On Saturday, I'm actually flying to the Caribbean, so there's going to be a couple streams where I'm not going to be here. So that's why I'm doing this stream now. And then I'll tell you what streams. For Wilder's return, he's fighting Herndon. That's going to be Shane on his own. And then Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. That's going to be Shane on his own as well. The influencer boxing blood. I'm dipping, bro. I'm going to the Caribbean, so Shane can do them ones on his own, and then I'll be back for Jack Carroll versus Harlem Eubank. Big man thing, you see that Jokeres news earlier. These man don't know what they want, bro. Man, it's all like at the end of the day, yeah. It's all this like gentleman's agreement and that. Like, I want to know what our director of football is doing, because the price for Jokeres was always going to be like 70, 80 mil. So I don't understand why Arsenal go and meet the club and then the prices they're hearing are a shock. Like, there shouldn't be no shock. Like, the price has always been what the price is always going to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone knew that to get Jokeres, we're looking at 70 to 90 million, somewhere in that range. So what the shock or the surprise was, I really don't understand. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's jarring me that these men are taking so long to get things done. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm seeing everyone around us make signings, and we just ain't making those signings. Like, when you look back, us coming second was a fucking miracle, bruv, because we come second the season before last, and then what happened? We signed Mikel Merino and Raheem Sterling, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? And we still managed to come second again. So taking that into consideration, I'm like, bro, that's not even that bad, all things considered. But we're just not serious. We just don't move serious in any way, shape, or form. Like, we just don't. So, like I say, the Jokeres thing, bro, he's gonna cost what he's gonna cost, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man just gotta cough it up. Simple things, bro. Man's just doing the overlays for the rounds. Look at this, man's got the countries and everything. Man's trying to be official. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's trying to be official with this thing. You get me? So, but yeah, let's see, man. Let's see who can win this fight. Big build up, good entertaining build up as well. I think I'm leaning towards Hitchins. Younger, fresher fighter, Kambosos Jr. Obviously, you've got the winner of Teofimo Lopez, but then ain't really looked too great since then. So the streets are saying that was a fluke or an off day for Tiafimo. So let's see, man. Let's see, man. Really, do you know what I'm saying? Put their money where their mouth is. Do you know what I'm saying? Nathaniel, this is going to be a boring fight. What's up, Nathaniel? You know what, Nathaniel? Yes, I've been looking for you. One of my personal friends is a guy called Sam Noakes. He's from Kent, which is just outside of London. It's almost like kind of New Jersey to New York, I guess. Um, Sam Noakes, lightweight, big, powerful knockout puncher. He's got a fight coming up with Abdullah Mason. That fight has been ordered. So I might be at that fight because, like I said, Sam and Sean, I know them personally. They actually been in the gym with Shakur Stevenson when Shakur Stevenson was over here. And Shakur basically told them that they got no chance against like the top guys, but that will be a very, very good fight. Abdullah Mason against Sam Noakes. So keep an eye out for that name because, like I say, we'll probably be covering it on the channel, but we're going to try and get out to the fight and maybe get some behind the scenes stuff or get Sam Noakes on the channel and different things like that. That him and his brother both said they're happy to come on the channel. It's just they live kind of far, so we're just trying to sort out logistics. Um, but yeah, I know that Abdullah Mason's someone that you talk about a lot, so that would be really, really interesting to see Abdullah Mason fighting Sam Noakes. That showbiz vid is pure facts. The comments are chaos, though, bro. You see Americans, bro. Obviously, Nathaniel's here. Nathaniel's cool, yeah, but you see Americans. I'm still waiting on my visa to go to America. You see, Shane goes to America regular, innit? But I don't really go America that often. Shane wants us to go out there, yeah. I'm just gonna end up beefing with bare people when I go out there because you can't have a sensible conversation with these man. Like these American man, a lot of them, you can't have a sensible conversation with them man, bro. Them man are so emotional. Like they ain't trying to hear the words that man are saying in it. If as soon as they feel like it's a disrespect or like someone's not sucking them off, they just get upset. Them man just get upset, bro. That's why these men shoot up the schools and shit when them man are out there. Them man are just upset all the time. Man need to relax. How can a man say on the showbiz video that before this year, man have never run in a boxing ring before, ever? That's what someone said on the video. That running in boxing's only been a problem this year. What are we talking about? What am I watching? It's pathetic. It's actually pathetic. Shane hates showbiz. I don't even hate him. I think he's alright. He's just a little bit too for me personally, he's a little bit gimmicky. I don't like to do content like that. But you know, social media is a crowded place. You've got to cut through in one way or the other. So you might have to play a bit of a caricature. That's what he does, isn't it? That's fine for him. But his fan base, crazy. You can't just say there's already rules in boxing where a judge can award a difficult to score round. You can award points for being aggressive and on the front foot. I personally award points for being aggressive and on the front foot, which is why I had Benavidez, Beterbiev winning the first fight over Bivol. Shane and Rance prefer the touch and don't get touched and jab and move style of boxing. They had Bivol winning that fight because of the style. But I wouldn't say that Bivol ran. He's touching and he's moving at the same time. I prefer someone that's going for the action. That's why I like Latin fighters. But I'm not looking to change the rules to favor one style of fighting over another. That don't make no sense. Boxing's been going for 150 years. Man, want to change the rules now? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Low output that's a different situation. Like if man like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or whatever are moving but they're not throwing punches, then they're going to lose points for that because you have to be that it's a boxing match. You still have to be throwing punches while these things are happening. Do you know what I'm saying? But some of them man, bro, their man are just chaos, bro. Their man are just pure chaos. Some of them American dons. The man are just emotional for no reason. So what are we waiting for right now? I think is it Moses coming up next, or is it Andy Cruz? No, it's Andy Cruz up next. Okay, sick. So man's just got Andy Cruz versus Mashiro for the IBF final eliminator, and then we're straight into the main event. So, you know what I'm saying? Man didn't even leave it too long, blood. He always on Wilder's back when he was active. When it was Glovegate, never saw him talk about the rule. Then when it was always Wilder can't box. Bro, man, pick and choose their favorites, isn't it? Especially like you see like us where we're like an independent platform. Like as soon as you go and do a deal with a broadcaster, then you're toasted, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if we go and sign with DAZN, we can't say anything negative about Turkey then, or we'll lose our DAZN money. Or if we go and sign with, there isn't anyone else now, but if we go and sign with PBC, then we can't say anything against Tank because you're signed to PBC. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially now with DAZN colonizing things the way they have been. Obviously, everybody wants a bit of that Saudi money. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. If you can get that bag, then you can get that bag. But you ain't going to be able to say what you really want to say. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the reality is we can't have someone like Turkey just making up rules in boxing. That's just not a thing. Like just because we see the Chinese man a few years ago put loads of money into football and start signing all these superstar players. They can't just change the rules of offside because they don't like the offside rule. That's not how it works. Like it's just ridiculous. And Shane made a good point on this week's show. Do you know what I'm saying? He said that at the end of the day, Turkey and them man come from a country that's a dictatorship. They don't come from a country that's a democracy. So them man are just used to saying, I want it to go this way, and then that's the way that it goes. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not even an offensive thing. That's a fact. Man's on the citrus skittles, Get on the citrus skittles, bro. Serious. Nathaniel, what's your beef with showbiz? Why don't you like showbiz? Respect to Wardley, yeah, man. I was cleaned out with food poisoning last week, so I couldn't go live. But good fight, good heavyweight fight. But it did make me realize that he's a couple steps away from fighting at Usyk or a Dubois because Usyk would just piece him up and Dubois would just knock him out. But it was a good fight still. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight. Justice Huni, I think, could have won that fight, man. Just did a bit of a Devin Haney. You're winning rounds and then you want to get involved in a fight. Just win the rounds, man. Just win the rounds. That's it. You ain't gonna knock out Wardley. And Wardley's from white collar as well, 4 white collar fights. I don't know if you man have. I think you man must have white collar in America. Maybe you call it something different. Like the video as well, man. Them, you know how it goes. Where's Shane Mosley? Man, like Sugar Shane Mosley for real. Sugar Shane. He's do you know what it is? I'm going to the Caribbean next week. And he's gonna be doing a couple streams on his own. So I'm running this one on my own as well. So he can rest. Because this fight, he said he could have come over for it, but it's a reasonable size fight, but not enough to get a 30-40 pound cab to my house at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a big enough fight to justify that. So I just thought, fuck it, let me just do it on my own. I'm only gonna watch the Cruz fight and then the main event. So Samson said the Mexican fighters don't even realize that they treat them like they're dumb as a box of rocks, always talking about Mexican style as if they're just there to take punches and throw punches. Yeah, listen, I like the Latin style fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? But even when man say the Mexican style, like all they mean is a come forward pressure fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, it's like the English style, but better. It's better fundamentals than English boxers. Because English man like to come forwards as well, but English man have got no defense. Like I can't name you three English boxers that are defensive first or even defensively sound boxers. Like it's just pure engine. You know what I'm saying? English man just like to stack up on beer before they fight and that. I do like the Mexican style still, but it can be a bit one dimensional. Like we see certain styles don't gel with other styles. Do you know what I'm saying? A top Latin fighter is almost always going to lose against a top black fighter because the top black fighters are just too defensively sound. They just are. Look at the Eastern European boys right now. It's not even a race thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't. No one. Everyone in the heavyweight division is bigger than Usyk. No one can beat him. It's too defensively sound. Too technical, too defensively sound. Bivol, same situation. Too defensively sound. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Can't get to it. How you can't deal damage to him. You can't get to it. Shout out Nathaniel. Showbiz don't even know boxing. He is just there for content. He's a clown. I know you have one-on-one convo about boxing. He would expose himself. Bro, do what it is, yeah? Showbiz just says what you see, like sometimes in life, things seem obvious, but when you don't know what you're talking about, it seems obvious. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know what you're talking about and you're watching a game of football, you can say, why don't the team just kick it in the net? That's obviously stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you don't know what you're talking about, it seems like a perfectly rational thing to say if you're just going by logic. And that's what Showbiz does. He just says the obvious thing. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't want to see people run. Of course, we don't want to see people run. But you can't tell me how to box. You can't tell me how to do that. I'm putting my life on the line going in the ring. You can't tell me how to box. I can box however I want. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, William Skull, if he was a little bit more active, could have beaten Canelo. That's what they don't like. He could have beaten Canelo because he only needs to land. Canelo can't cut off the ring. He's got no legs. Canelo hasn't done hill sprints or he hasn't run as part of his training camps for about 5 or 6 years. We know this. He's got no legs. Yeah. So if William Skull lands 5, 6 jabs around and then runs for the rest of the round, he could steal rounds and then Canelo could lose. And they don't want Canelo to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? Turkey threatening guys like Haney and Shakur that they won't be on cards if they box and move, bro. Like I say, at the end of the day, their man will just go to PBC and they'll just fight other Black American fighters, and Black Americans make up a sizable chunk of the top of the most exciting fighters in terms of skill level and the people that sell because they speak English and they're big loudmouth motherfuckers. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't ostracize that audience. It's a big audience. So it is what it is. That rule won't apply to Usyk though, or Fury ever. Facts. Also, what's your thoughts on Keyshawn? Nathaniel, bro. That one there is heartbreaking because for me, Keyshawn Davis has been the guy that I've been saying this is the guy, this is the one. Do you know what I'm saying? And the way that I said to Shane, I saw him at one of the fights in Saudi or one of the fights in Vegas, something like that. He was licked, he was proper drunk. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was licked and he was like dancing around the place, whatever. And it reminded me of Errol Spence. So this is reminding me a little bit of Errol Spence when he was around Adrian Broner and the Charlo brothers and all that before he had the car crash, where I said he's talented, but he's not living the life. I need to see you living the life because you've got all the talent. Keyshawn Davis has got the talent and you're not living the life. And then obviously we see what happened. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that screwed his career big time. Skull beat Canelo if both of them had no following. It was just boxing based off boxing rules alone. You might not be wrong, bro. You might not be wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like watching boxing and hearing about what we know a fighter can do from like past fights. That don't mean nothing. You never watch a game of Arsenal and we draw a game 0-0, but we get the 3 points because you know we're a good team. That's not how it works. That's not how sport works. What did you do today? Today, on this day today. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't cut off the ring against William Skull. What we do? Do you know what I'm saying? So this Andy Cruz fight should definitely deliver. They're taking a while to get things moving. He fights out of Miami. It's been a bad day for New York, man. It's been a bad day for New York. Me and Shane were talking about this on our show this week. We're saying New York is kind of jinxed. Like, man that are from New York don't really come out and really show what they're supposed to show in New York. Like, it's kind of cursed slightly. So hopefully Hitchins can control his emotions. That's what I'm looking for from Hitchins tonight, is controlling his emotions. Because Kambosos is more experienced. Kambosos has had some of these big nights. Kambosos is a handful on his day. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just about controlling those emotions for me. Keyshawn's return should be the Andy Cruz fight. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he owes my man some bread. I think he might have paid him some money, but the guy that who he had to pull out the fight on, he definitely owes that guy some bread, 100%, because getting for a camp, and that guy was gaunt, weighed in like 136 or something. He looked tiny, and doing all that to not get a fight on in the end that's poor form from Keyshawn. But first things first, Keyshawn needs to lay off the alcohol. He needs to lay off the alcohol. That's the first. That was the first time. That was the first red flag I had about Errol Spence. Do you know what I'm saying? Thoughts on Dana White's involvement in the promotion of Canelo Crawford? I don't like it. You know, Dana White is someone who has disrespected boxing a ton of times. I don't really know what it is what value he brings. Andy Cruz is 29 already. Rah, time really waits for no man. Dana White's not a boxing guy. He's not. Doesn't really understand boxing. Again, wants to bring in different rules and stuff. You know, I don't see it. I don't get his involvement. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it will be anything long term. And Dana White with the UFC, like, he's not a great promoter because the UFC is like self-promoting. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like he has to promote a card. It's not like in boxing where you might have, in a month, you could have 10 different fight cards in 1 month from 4 or 5 different promotional companies. So Eddie or Frank or whoever has to go and promote. UFC is just UFC. So he don't actually have to promote. He's not an experienced promoter in the same way that Eddie or Frank or these guys are. Do you know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. But on the surface, I'm not a fan of it. We've got the ring walks coming out right now for Cruz versus. I need to get his. I don't want to get his name wrong. Let me double check his name again. For Andy Cruz versus Mishiro. Sam said Keyshawn killed his career. They could use him as an example, especially when they felt like they couldn't with Ryan and Tia. I think Keyshawn will be back. Keyshawn will be back. The thing is, as well, with Ryan missed weight and had drugs in his system. Like, Keyshawn didn't do no drugs. He's just an idiot. And with American fighters, especially black American fighters, like, their man will turn anything into promo. Even if man are fighting backstage and that, man will turn it into promo. I don't think he's killed his career, but he's close. He's close to killing his career for sure. He needs to get it back. Needs to. And that was my guy as well, man. That was the one I was saying he's going to be the guy. I might have backed the wrong horse right then. I might have backed the wrong horse for real. It'd be good to see Andy Cruz fighting again for world titles. He's kind of not really been everything that we expected him to be, Andy Cruz, but had a decent career. He's coming out dancing. They're both kind of coming out. There's a lot of dancing on this card. Because even that big Australian heavyweight brother that won, he started dancing as well. Everybody dancing. did you see Bob Arum say he lost a lot of money? Bob Arum doesn't play. Bro, Bob's gonna be dead soon, bro. Bob said the same thing about Terence Crawford, and now Terence Crawford is one of the biggest pound for pound stars in the sport. So don't listen to Bob Arum. Don't listen to him. Bob Arum didn't even want he didn't want to pay for Spence versus Crawford. White versus Atoma. Shane thinks that's an easy fight. Atoma knocks him over. Shane thinks that's easy. Shane thinks White is dead. But regardless, it'd be a good name for Atoma to get on his record. A name that man then recognize, because respectfully, beating Dempsey McKean don't say nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, true, but do you know what it is with all I want to see from Dillian White? He's probably going to lose, but all I want to see is someone try to physically rough up Atoma. The same way that like Chisora tried to rough up Usyk when Usyk first moved to heavyweight. Just put it on him a bit. Even if you're not going to beat him in a boxing match, but just put it on him a bit. Just try and drag him into some deep waters. If it goes past 4 or 5 rounds, that's a W for Dillian White, and he's going to get knocked out regardless. That car was a disaster. His brother also lost, and Keyshawn didn't fight. I love Abdullah, but he was not main event material. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I think Abdullah Mason's going to be main eventing over here in the UK. I was just saying that to the other Nathaniel as well. That it looks like Abdullah Mason's going to be fighting someone that I know personally, friend of the show, Sam Noakes. He's a heavy-handed lightweight. So that'd be a really good fight, because I think Abdullah Mason's power is underrated because he's so fundamentally sound. You don't focus on the power. But yeah, you still going to link up at AFTV next season? I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think some people were unhappy with our video talking about Abby. So, but man's always going to talk the truth in it. That's the main priority for me. Man's just to sit on my platform and talk the truth. Oh, it's the same Nathaniel. I'm so stupid. Got you. Andy Cruz, 5 wins, 2 knockouts, 29. I can't believe Andy Cruz is 29, bro. I can't believe it. This would be a good fight, though. This would be a good fight. And Mishiro does have a loss. Does have one loss in Japan. And he lost to a guy who with 14 wins and 4 losses. That was at 134. This fight's apparently at 135. They got him listed here as 5'10 and a half. Mishiro ain't no 5'10 and a half. There's no way. 6 KOs in 17 fights, and Andy Cruz only got 2 KOs in 5 fights. We could be in for a long one here. Pause. They're avoiding you at AFTV headquarters. That man can't avoid me, man. I'll pull up. I'm really rocking any block, man. I'm really rocking any block. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. Into round 1 in this Andy Cruz versus Mashiro fight. It's got 12 rounds written all over it, because neither one of these guys is really it could really crack too much. Mashiro might be 5'10. He does look kind of tall. Good counter jab from Andy Cruz already. Andy Cruz probably the favorite here, but you never know though. I mean, he's maybe fought at a more consistent, higher level, but Mashiro is more experienced, 20 pro fights. Andy Cruz only got 5 pro fights. And we know with the Cubans, their style doesn't always translate into good pro boxers. But when it does, it's lighter weight guys like Andy Cruz. Gyökeres or Šeško, bro. At this point, yeah, give me either, bro. Give me either. I think if we get Šeško, he's more like a fluid front three. What you see, how you see PSG kind of play, more fluid. You'll probably see him drifting wide and Martinelli through the middle more and different things like that. Gyökeres does feel a bit like a signing that we should have made last summer rather than this summer. For the project, I think Šeško makes more sense. But I mean, you get a team like Arsenal that can be very creative on their day, and you just give them a striker that can get 60 goals in a season. Logic would dictate that that gives you a trophy. Obviously, that's not how football works, but you know, that's what you'd expect to happen. So I'd be happy with either. I think Gyökeres is obviously the more natural number 9, which is what we've needed. Big, strong, good mentality, scored goals at every level, international. Mashiro just caught Andy Cruz with one there, but Andy Cruz came back with a couple punches. Cruz just too active for Mashiro at the moment. That's really the difference. The exchange rate's good. Every punch that Mashiro lands, Cruz is going to land 2 or 3. Cruz missed there with a right. End of round 1. I don't like what I'm about to say, but if you get Gyökeres, you're winning the league. Bro, I did like that Ødegaard looked like he was back to near his best towards the end of the season. You know, we got Saka, Ødegaard, Rice, Zubimendi. We need to address that left wing as well, but let's say Martinelli as well. All focused on feeding Gyökeres. Could be a long day for man, bro. Could be a long day. Gyökeres is meaty technically, thrives in transitions, and Arsenal will play mostly versus low blocks. Yes and no, like it's true. That is true, but a man that can score, a man that can just score goals the way that Gyökeres can score goals, yeah, just put the fries in a bag, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Done. And even if against a low block, what someone like Gyökeres can do is just occupy defenses. Occupy defenses. Do you know what I'm saying? And it will just be a long day for man. Even if we just put crosses into the box late on and it's just Marino, Rice, Gyökeres, and Havertz in the box. I don't care, bro. It's a long day for man. Hearn setting up Andy Cruz for Shakur Stevenson fight after Cepeda. He's mysteriously number 1 in the WBC rankings. Bro, we know the WBC are crooks anyway. We know that man are crooked into round 2. Cruz already cruising. This Mashiro's got no head movement, bro. His head's just on center line constantly. Cruz versus Shakur will be a decent fight because neither one of them can crack. Mashiro kind of walking Cruz down, but not doing anything with it. Okay, you're gaining territory, but then what? It's like Mashiro can either move or throw a punch, but he can't move and throw a punch at the same time. Is that a dying art now, man? Throwing punches and moving at the same time. Can no one do that no more? Šeško better technically and better in the air. I think he'll fit Arsenal better. I could see that. I could see that. But obviously, when Arsenal's been second back to back to back, signing someone who's got 12 league goals, whatever it is, over someone who's got like 60 goals, it's just a mad thing. But like I said, that's not how football works. I think that Gyökeres, if we were signing one player, Gyökeres makes sense. But if we were doing what we should be doing and getting like a good, if we got like Rodrigo, Šeško, Zubimendi, like if we got all the pieces, I think Šeško makes the most sense. But if we're not going to get all the pieces, and it's Arsenal, so we probably won't get all the pieces, and we're going to go hard on one transfer, then maybe Gyökeres makes the most sense. But I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing from Arsenal so far. It's early though. It is early, but It's stressful being an Arsenal fan, I can't lie. Mashiro's starting to get into a bit of a groove a little bit. Cruz output just slowing down. It's a good counter left from Andy Cruz. And I like that from Cruz as well. As he's pivoting, he's boxing off the pivot. Another jab. That jab can't miss. That jab just can't miss. Gyökeres, pens and league tax plus Isak wasn't banging like that before Newcastle. Yeah, Isak had one good season at Sociedad before he went Newcastle. This is facts. That is true. You'll still have the rest of them if you sign Gyökeres, which isn't promising to me. We need. I want Rodrigo, man. Bring me Rodrigo, man. Imagine that front three: Rodrigo, Sesko, and Saka. Bro, rude. Bro, why does this? I'm watching this on the zone, yeah, and the Football World Cup thing just keeps popping up, like randomly. Go away, man. It's 2-0 to Cruz so far. While we get ready for the main event, does any of you lot really think that Hitchins is going to lose? Who do you lot think is going to win the main event? Just looking at this is an IBF final eliminator. And Raymond Muratala is currently the interim champion, who might get elevated to full champion because Lomachenko's gonna retire into round 3. Again, that jab just can't miss. Mashiro got no head movement whatsoever. He's just bouncing on his feet for no reason. Mashiro's actually got terrible footwork as well. He actually might be terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I'm allowed to call boxers terrible, but he's terrible. This should be a 12-0 for Andy Cruz. Hitchins is a very underrated, boring fighter. You don't think everyone's boring though? I don't think Hitchins is boring, but yeah, he's a technical fighter for sure. Can Kambosos hurt him? Do you think? Good right hand from Andy Cruz. Oh, Mashiro's gone down. Mashiro is down. Bro, he just getting hit with every punch. Mashiro, you gotta show me something. I don't think Andy Cruz is going to stop him here, but next couple of rounds are going to end up stopping him. Mashiro goes for a Hail Mary left hand. Cruz has hit him on the back of the head a couple of times, but Mashiro not throwing anything back. This is a good destructive performance from Cruz. Yeah, Mashiro don't want this. He's just got to try and survive, but he's still not throwing any punches really. Another big right hand from Andy Cruz. Another right hand. Another right hand, bro. 3 unanswered right hands. We might see a towel here, you know, because he's just getting pieced. Mashiro looks like the bigger guy, but it's just not imposing his size. Nothing, not imposing his reach advantage. Absolutely nothing. 2 more right hands from Andy Cruz again. 3 right hands, 4 right hands from Andy Cruz. The ref is probably going to start. There's 10 seconds left of the round, so maybe he gets to the end of the round. But otherwise, if this was longer in the round, the ref could have stopped this. Another right hand. He's gone down again. Mashiro's gone down again. Just with a few seconds left on the. He says he wants to continue. It's going to be the end of round 3. It's the end of round 3. 2 knockdowns in the 3rd round. Mashiro ain't showing me nothing. Nothing. There's no head movement. No run. You might need to run. You legit might need to run right here because you got a bunch of doctors looking at him. Andy Cruz is not a massive puncher to drop you twice in the 3rd round. And it's just 4, 5, 6 unanswered right hands. And his hands are just down by his sides. He's going to get stopped. Are they going to retire him in the corner? They're going to send him out for more punishment because he don't look like he's throwing anything back significant. It's beautiful how Ryan Garcia's hype has gone since his loss. Bro, he didn't have no hype before. Like, it's only like his little fangirls that gave him any hype. Like, he was done. Do you know what I'm saying? Into round 4. If Andy Cruz keeps landing that right hand, this fight is going to be over soon. But yeah, who like it's only little girls that like Ryan Garcia that's giving him any like in boxing, the cardinal rule, regardless whether you like a fighter or not, we are all meant to band together to hate drug cheats. That's the first rule. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I'm seeing man telling me like, oh yeah, I know he's a drug cheat, but it don't matter because you know it wasn't a steroid or this and that. I can't believe, bro. I can't abide all that. I can't abide all that. And that's foolishness. Mashiro just looking outclassed here. He's just standing there waiting to get hit before he reacts. He's not reacting first. He's not setting the tempo first for anything. Andy Cruz is setting everything first. It's a good combination from Mashiro. It's scary how the whole boxing world, including Showbiz, said it was just Osterine. Yeah, I've never heard this before. When someone does drugs, we all say, fuck you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Man from New York, when Big Baby Miller did drugs, like, fuck you, I don't want to see you fight no more. You're putting someone's health in jeopardy. Do you know what I'm saying? Now we have to go back and argue with them and say, oh well, look, you know, if rostering didn't help with the power and the knockdowns, then you know where was the power when he didn't have to? None of that even matters. He's doing drugs. Like fuck him. Oh, the Cruz is just teeing off of Mashiro. Shiro looking like a pinata, swept under the rug like it didn't happen, bro. It's all because they hate Devin Haney. Like I've never seen a fighter so hated for not for no reason, but like what? Because he's a good boxer that gets into scraps. Like it's crazy. Like people say, oh, he acts like a thug and this and that, bro. Mad boxers act like thugs and all that kind of stuff. Like look, people love that kind of stuff when it's not Devin Haney. I've never seen it before. Man hate Devin Haney so bad. Mashiro not getting hit quite as much in this fight in this round, but still getting pieced up. Act like a thug's just a code word. We know this, but bro, man, them loved Adrian Broner. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Man, them loved Mike Tyson. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, man loved all these thuggish, even these stereotypical black thuggish fighters. Like, a lot of man loved them. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what it is with Devin specifically that people really just don't magnet towards him, but to start ignoring or excusing away steroid use in a boxing match is insane. Acting like Tyson Fury was an upstanding citizen, same as Ryan and Tiafimo, bro. Tyson Fury's got one of the biggest mythical legacies in boxing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly. all that mental health shit and all that kind of stuff. Bro, he was banned. His first hiatus was because he was serving a drug ban anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury's been popped for banned substances on a number of occasions. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh yeah, oh, mental health, and I'm going to take a break and whatever. But you were banned anyway. The doctor's having another look at uh Mashiro. He's been bust up. I don't know how long they let this go. We're into round 5, but he don't look like he's coming back. He ain't put a dent in Cruz, and he's just going to stay in there and hold licks. He's got 2 knockdowns already, so it's what, 6-0. Do you mean it's 4-0 on rounds plus the 2 knockdowns, so it's 6-0. You're just going to hold licks until your eyes mash up and you get knocked out. So I don't know how long they leave it until a towel comes in here. But another 1-2 from Andy Cruz, another left hand from Andy Cruz. Snap it. Oh yeah, nah, bro. Nah, the towel's got to come in soon, man. Then because he's just snapping his head back with 1-2s. Andy Cruz is snapping his head off his shoulders with 1-2s. The ref is shouting. I think he's saying, the ref saying, "I've got to see something from you." And Andy Cruz teeing off on Mashiro again, and Mashiro's just not throwing anything back. Andy Cruz just landed about 6 punches, 7 punches, and that's it. That's time. Yeah, that's time. The ref has waved it off because he was about to get knocked down again. That's a good. That stoppage might be a little bit late. I'm not gonna lie, because like I say, it was 6-0. You were just holding licks. Like you were never coming back into this fight. Never. So you know what I'm saying, Devin has no scandals and yet he's a thug. Yeah, big man thing. Ishmael, Ryan Garcia haven't gone away. Stop being weird. He still gets hype, likes, and views. Literally. Yeah, social media, innit? AB, what you saying, man? What's going on? What's going on? Just see Andy Cruz piece up Bashiro. That's Bozy Ennis there. Jerron Ennis' dad. He's got Andy Cruz. I wanted to see Jaron Ennis fight Tio, man. I'm so annoyed that he's stepping up. But maybe we're going to see him fight Virgil Ortiz instead. But that'd be a really good fight. That'd be a really good fight. What's up, fam? Glad you're live. Love from NYC. Dylan, we're going to be out in NYC soon, man. I'm just literally waiting on my visa. I'm waiting on my visa and then we'll be out there. Yeah, that stoppage was raw, man. Bro, Andy Cruz was boxing my man's head off just as and when, bro. He was ready to knock him out as and when. Andy Cruz looked great tonight. He did. Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, bad boy fight. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because Virgil's a fighter. He ain't even really a technician like that. He's just a straight fighter. It'll be interesting to see. Even Jaron Ennis against Madrimov, you know. Jaron Ennis against Matt, because I know Jaron Ennis wants to fight Crawford at some point. Jaron Ennis against Madrimov would be a really good fight to see where he's at 154 and see if his like strength and size can translate to 154. Virgil loves a dogfight. He does. He does, man. I remember when I see him fight Madrimov, and I thought at first it was looking a bit spooky, and then he just made that fight ugly and slowly just fought his way back into it. There's some good fights there. Let me know when you guys are out here. I'll pattern I'll pattern you guys some tickets to the Yankees and Mets. Yeah, that'd be lit. That'd be lit, man. Yeah, love for that, bro. Love for that. That would definitely be lit. Yeah, I've been waiting for my visa to come through for a minute. Shane's out in America all the time. Shane probably out in America once every 2 or 3 months. I've been in America since I was a kid. I think I went Florida when I was young. I'm like 3 or 4 years old. I went Florida, but I ain't been back out in America for a long time. But Shane be telling me like, oh, when you go out there, you gotta behave yourself or whatever. I said, bro, fuck that. I move exactly the same way I move out here, man. Shane going out there moving nervous and that. I'm not on that. Andy Cruz, TKO, round 5 stoppage. Was Paris and Paris saying, Samson, nobody is on it. I haven't lied about a single thing. Ryan still gets hype. Everyone has haters regardless, but he's lying when he said Ryan doesn't get hype, which is false. Don't dick ride. The thing is, though, with Ryan, like, people dick riding Ryan, it's like I said, in combat sports, we're all supposed to be against substance abusers, regardless of what the substance is. Like, regardless of who you're a fan of or anything else. Do you know what I'm saying? So Virgil, the best Mexican boxer, he's serious over Benavidez. I think so. How long does it S to take? I got some heavy Somali tax despite being born here. Bro, my thing's supposed to take like 3 days. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks. These men are digging into my family background and that blood, and probably going looking at our streams. And if they look at our streams, I'm cooked, and they ain't giving me no visa. Trump's moving crazy. America gets a bad rap. It's all in the news. Makes people nervous. It's calm out here. Yeah, it's calm. No, you're right. Benavidez number one. Yeah, Benavidez is fine. Obviously, I travel a lot. So I'm around a lot of Americans, but not necessarily in America. Do you know what I'm saying? When I'm in Dubai, there's mad Americans out there. Barcelona, mad Americans. Like, I travel a lot. I just don't really travel America. Where Shane loves America. Like, if Shane got offered like decent money to move there, Shane would move there in a heartbeat. I would never move to America. Unless I was like a billionaire, something ridiculous. Man would never move to America. Ever in my life. Yeah, the Somali tax. It's a long day, bro. Even me with this trim, bro. I mean, when I go chat to the consulate and I got to trim this down. Man's looking too Eritrean with this hair, blood. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to believe I'm Jamaican with this hair. So that's just what it is. That's what it is. AB, I'll be trying to tell Shane that he's got to get on some Somali food, you know. Be trying to tell him, bro. He's coming next time you're on stream and he's on stream. Let him know he's coming real disrespectful with the food thing. Say he just eats Jamaican food or Italian food and he ain't trusting no Somali food. I told him Somali food's nice, bro. Somali food, East African food's where it's at. Shane's not a man of the world like that. You know what I mean? Shane has a lot of that like American ignorance, even though he's not American. Do you know what I mean? Get him on it. Take him down, man. I tried to take him to me and the man them go to the Somali restaurant in South Acton. Man them go there like semi-regular. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, man's from West, innit? So you got one amount of Malis in West. Samson still beef in Paris. Paris, you can't bring any real facts to say he gets hype. Ryan had a main event and no one cared. He lost. All they cared about was Devin running. That's slight facts, you know. I guess though Devin's held to a higher standard in it. He was world unified champion, youngest undisputed champion in the world, two-time world champion. Sabib, top tier. See, you know this one. I'm you know, bro. Man from West are cultured, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? You can't be from West London and not be cultured. Do you know what I mean? Man like Shane, he's from Tottenham, so man are institutionalized over there. Do you know what I mean? Bro, I gotta try other foods too. I'm Dominican, so I gotta try eating our Caribbean food. Bro, I'm literally going Grenada. I'm flying to Grenada my mum's side's family's from Grenada, my dad's side from Jamaica. But yeah, Caribbean food, 10-10, bro. 10-10. I'm literally going. I've been Dominican Republic, one of my favorite places. Everywhere I went, everybody thought I was Dominican. Everybody's looking at me. You Dominican? You Dominican? I said, nah, 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 nah. Then the next thing they say, you New York? I said, nah, 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 London, London. Everybody asking me, you Dominican? You Dominican? It was sick, bro. It was a whole island of people that looked like me. It was banging, bro. Love Dominican Republic. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I'm going to Grenada on Saturday. I'm literally flying out to Grenada. So I'm not going to be here for the Wilder stream. Shane's going to do on his own, and I'm not going to be here for the Jake Paul Chavez stream, which Shane's going to do on his own as well. Shane got brothers restaurant. That's my neck. Shane got brothers restaurant. That's my neck of the woods. Are you North London? Yeah. Man, they ain't from London like the Americans and that. Yeah, I have to explain to them how mad London is as a city. DR sounds like a dream. DR is the dream, bro. Trust me, DR is the dream. And the things are bonkers, bruv. Absolutely bonkers when you get out there. Power punches wise, it looks like Mishiro landed 15 power punches and Cruz landed 88 power punches. That was a mismatch, to be fair. Absolute mismatch. And now let's see what happens. Let's see if we can see Andy Cruz, because that was a final eliminator for the IBF world title, which is the title that Vasily Lomachenko's kind of vacating. Let's see if Cruz can go and collect that, and then maybe we can see a unification fight of him and Shakur Stevenson. But that was good. That was an entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Cruz is not someone we normally think of as like a big puncher necessarily. That's 3 stoppages in 6 fights, so 50% knockout record. It's not terrible, but you know, that's really what we want to be seeing. And now we're just waiting for the main event: Kambosos Jr. versus Richardson Hitchins. And the build up for this fight has been great. Build up has been great. Yeah, the hood man. Yeah. Your ends. Yeah, North London's crazy. North London is crazy. Let's just see one Romanian go up there and Turnpike Lane. Them ends is just crazy, bro. Man risking life to get pom pom. Like, it's just long, bro. Brother, Dominican Republic is the best. Last time I went there, me and my ex broke up. Too much girls. Yeah, bro, you can't take your gal to Dominican Republic. You're mad, bro. You can't take your gal to Dominican Republic, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just, yeah. Dom ref is crazy. Because I always have people say to me, like, I don't know that many people that look like me. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that, like, I think I'm some model or nothing like that, but I don't know that many people that look like me. And then, because I'm mixed in, I'm like mixed black and Indian. And then, yeah, like people always like when I went to the island, when I went to Dominican Republic, and I was like, bro, everyone just looks like me here. Like this is bad, this is wicked, like this is banging, bro. It was just so sick, like. And I've been to London twice, so I was shocked how many different cultures you got in such a small place, even more than NYC. It's great, bro. It's insane, bro. Especially in West, which is my part of London, it's the most mixed. It's the most mixed. And you know what throws people off about West, yeah? Even Shane will tell you. Shane's from North, which is Shane's from the hood. Shane's from like the hood. But even Shane will tell you in West, like same as like New York and stuff, yeah. Like in certain neighborhoods, in North and South, the roadman and the YNs and that, yeah, it's all black people. Do you know what I'm saying? Not 100%, but for the most part, the troublemakers in that's going to be young black men. Come to West, yeah, the troublemakers are anybody, bro. Could be an English man, could be an Irish man, could be an Albanian man, could be a Colombian. Actually, we've got bare Colombians. Could be young black man as well. Could be the Arabs. Could be the Turks. Could be anything. So when you come to West, yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy because you can't tell. You see, like certain places like New York, where like you can tell, like there's like the hood niggas, like you can tell who they are. If you go to Shane's Ends, you can tell who the hood guys are. If you come to West, you can't tell who the hood guys are. You can't tell. Impossible to tell. Impossible to tell. Do you know what I'm saying? There'll be some dude there that's in head to toe Dior who's not, who might be a footballer, and there'll be some other guy who's just in Walmart and Hanes t-shirt, and then he just might have it on him. Like, you just, it's impossible to tell. Turnpike Lane Ghetto might as well merge with Wood Green to get rid of. Yeah, bro, them ends. Southall, the land of South Asians. Bro, you know, I was in India, they know about Southall. In India, if you go to India and say I'm from Southall, they know Southall. That's how mad it is. West, North African. Yeah, West, we got bare girls I've dated, like Arab. Enough of my brothers are Lebanese, Moroccan, Palestinian, Iran, like mad Arabs and North Africans, Algerians, bare Somalis, East, South Asian. Yeah. Once you get to like East, Whitechapel and them kind of sides, bare South Asians. North, bare flavor, bare Turks. Yeah, Turks and Greeks up there still. West must have had battle royales on a regular, all sorts of teams. Bro, you know what it is, yeah? Yes and no, like, because growing up, man, it's just so normal. Like I was watching a video earlier about as a black man, would you let someone who's not black cut your hair? And I was like, bro, growing up, my barber was Lebanese, and then my second barber was South Asian, and then obviously I had a black barber as well. But it's just like Team Edgware Road is central, is NA Central. Yeah, it's kind of west-ish. Edgware Road is kind of like it is central, but West kind of claims that as well. Remember, West London's small as well. West is small, so from Edgware Road to like I don't know Hounslow, like it's small, but West is tiny. Like everyone's on top of each other. West is tiny, and then we've got mad rich white people and multimillionaires and mansions in the middle of the hood. West is crazy, bro. My barber was Turkish till I started growing my hair properly. Yeah, you can trust them, man. It looks like we're getting ready for the ring walks. I hope. But drop you lots of predictions below. I know Nathaniel said it's gonna be. He thinks it's gonna be a boring fight. I still love Kambosos Jr. for flattening Teofimo Lopez, man. I really do. But what was that? Do you know what I'm saying? Was that a one off? Was it a bad night for Teo? Do you know what I'm saying? Is Kambosos that guy? Like, but recently I said this: New York fighters have not been performing in New York. We saw the heavyweight guy; he was from New York, and he got knocked out in the first round. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, New York fighters do not have a good record in recent months of, do you know what I'm saying, of winning in New York. Like, they just don't. Do you usually mean European person cutting your hair? Yeah. Kambosos to shock the world, round 7 KO. I feel it. The KO to stop Hitchins. You think he stops him? That'd be crazy. Most of West is posh. Nah, most of West is definitely not posh. Yeah, you're spot on. My sister lives out in Fulham. Oh, Fulham, yeah, Fulham's nice, but her area is calm. But when I visit her in the area, the area is calm. But other parts I've been to gets dicey to me. NYC is easier to maneuver than London. The thing with New York, yeah, you got to remember, yeah, New York's got 5 boroughs. Obviously, the boroughs are massive, but there's 5 boroughs, yeah. London's got 32 or 36 boroughs. And then all those boroughs, like, don't like each other. And then even in the same borough, some of them man don't like each other. And it comes down to like specific postcodes and like when I was growing up, W10 had beef with W12. And bro, it's mad, bro. London's like you say, London's very difficult to navigate because it's so complicated. It's mad complicated. That can't be a bad performance when he arguably lost to Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz after Tio. He should have 3 losses. Well, AB thinks he's going to win. People doubting him too much, and Richardson Hitchins looking too far ahead, seeing this story before with AJ and Dubois. And like I said, Richardson Hitchins is a New York fighter, and New York fighters have not been showing out in New York the way they're supposed to, in my opinion. Man, and put a like on the video as well. You know the drill. Thank you for being here, especially the UK man that's up in the small hours, 3:30 in the morning right now, trying to get this streaming, trying to make it happen. These men been showing these media packs bare times, bro. Come on, bro. Show us the fight, bro. Was that Kambosos fight? Was the Kambosos fight against was that in New York as well? That might be a good omen, you know. Or was that Vegas? That was in New York. That was in New York, you know. He beat Lee Selby in Wembley, and then he went to New York and beat down Teofimo Lopez. Then lost twice to Devin Haney back in back in Australia. Then beat Maxi Hughes, and then he lost TKO to Lomachenko. So there's only losses. Now he's back in this. The first time he's fought back in New York again. could be a good omen, you know. And you're right, these NYC fighters have been a disappointment. Any time one starts climbing the ladder, they lose. So embarrassing, especially when they fight in New York. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he beat Teofimo at the Garden. I thought so, and he ain't fought in New York since. So he ain't gonna be intimidated by a loudmouth American from New York. Just getting their gloves signed by the New York State Athletic Commission. The one thing I like about New York, yeah, I'm kind of a night person, which is why I don't mind doing these streams. Like, sometimes I can't sleep. I'll go for like a little walk, or I'll go for like a late night drive in the city or something like that. Like my girl's sleeping literally behind there. She's a school teacher, so she sleeps normal time. But I'm always up like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, so I can't sleep. I'm just up. And like I know New York is like a night place. Apparently they've got shopping malls and that is 24-hour. That's what I like about Dubai as well. Everything's just open 24-hour. London, there's always stuff open, but not like good stuff. Like your main stuff, like the shopping malls and that, not be open at like 1 and 2 in the morning or anything like that. Like it's kind of the government's been trying to shut down the nightlife as well. Like 1, 2 a.m. is just you don't really want to. You know, London's dangerous. To be fair, you know what? You don't want to be out in London at 1, 2 in the morning. If you're out in London 1, 2 in the morning, unless your car's bulletproof, there's going to be problems. You might as well just go home. But that's what I like about Dubai. It's so safe. Like met Justice Hooney the other day. Cool brother. How did you meet him? What was the story behind you meeting him? Kambosos is going to be looking for that overhand right. I like Kambosos as well. You know, I do like Kambosos, man. He's a likable guy. Like him and his team and all that. They're likable people. A lot of the Australian boxers are likable people. Do you know what I mean? The man don't really have dickheads like that. Obviously, got ego and that, pro fighters and stuff, but the man are cool for the most part. Saw him in ends, bumped into him randomly. Bro, what's Justice Hooley doing in ends, bro? Where? What, North? That is bare random. That is so random, bro. Is he Australian as well, or is he a Kiwi? Yeah, NYC is awesome for the people. Start heading out at like 1 a.m. I think the city is really 24/7. Is Miami, bro? I can't go to Miami. If I go to Miami, I'll lose my mind, bro. If I go Miami, I'll lose my mind, bro. My dick will be out 24/7 if I go Miami, bro. I swear down, bro. Especially because I ain't been in America for since I was a kid. Like, man's got to start with New York. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got to start with new baby steps. Do you know what I'm saying? And then maybe we can see a Miami team. Because if I'm in Miami, I'll be going nuts. I'll be having OnlyFans in the bio and everything, bro. I'll be chopping gal on a fucking madness, bro. I swear down, bro. Miami's not Miami, bro. I'll go there and have a lit 6 months and then be dead in 6 months or something, bro. Miami's insane. She ain't going Cancun though. She's going Cancun soon. Mac Wagwan, my guy, what you saying? Lol, you in Miami, end the relationship before you get out there. Bro, my girl is there, bro. She knows what it is already. I'll be going nuts, bro. I'll be lassoing gal in my wood blood. You're sick, bro. I'll be going nuts in Miami. I remember when I was with my ex and I went to buy, she was panicking, bro. Like, call me when you get home every day. Call me when you get home. Call me when you get home. Are you home yet? Fucking bitch going nuts. She is panicking, bro. Panicking Skywalker, bro. Just relax. I'm on holiday, man. Would have been a sick stream if you streamed the Fabio fight. You know what? I had the food poisoning from hell. Shane come to my house yesterday, yeah. You can ask him next time he's on stream. And he was like, bro, you look like you've lost bare weight, bro. I've lost about 10, 15 pounds. The maddest, I had the maddest food poisoning, bro. I couldn't keep nothing down. I was vomiting. I thought Shane was gonna do the live stream, you know, but I was fucked. I was fucked, bro. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Well, I want to say thank you, but it's not even from a dial, nothing, bro. It's just from being sick. I was so ill. I couldn't do nothing, man. Release clause activated, you know, 100%. 100%. You're nuts, especially being a London man. Because you see London's so aggressive. Like when man go America, draw an American gal is so easy because they're so talkative. Like in London, gal ain't gonna chat to you. As soon as you go America, as soon as I meet American gal, they want to know your whole life story and bro. Thoughts on Verts to LFC? It's a good signing. It's a really good signing. I think Liverpool did really well last year with not a massively stacked midfield. They had a really stacked attack, but they didn't have a massively stacked midfield. A lot of money though, 100 M's, a lot of money. The British accent is a cheat code, yeah, 100%, 100%. Especially because I speak like the Queen's English properly. Like Shane's there some dega ghetto accent. You know, so I speak properly, innit? Do you know what I mean? So Hitchins doing his ring walk that will be underway for the main event, the one we've been waiting for. Like I said, I'm flying out to the Caribbean on Saturday. So for the next couple streams, it's going to be Shane holding it down to show the love on the streams. That's going to be for the Wilder return and for the Jake Paul fight. So for those two, I won't be here. And then who's that? Is that A Boogie? They're coming out A Boogie, you know. Hitchins coming out, he's doing a full New York thing, man. I'm getting nervous for him, you know. I'm telling you, it's a bad omen. He's New York man in New York. Like I'm not even trying to disrespect it, Dylan, but New York man in New York, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Love how Fabio was down 9 rounds and people talking like he's world class. That's what I said. I said, bro, that fight made me have to reassess. He gets starched by Dubois, and he just gets 12 nilled by Usyk. Yeah, and your accent, you always kill it out here with the girls, 100%. Kambosos is going to do the business. AB did say Kambosos is going to do the business, you know. Hitchens, the New York man is just, I don't know, man. New York's got a dark cloud over it, man. Honestly, Hitchens better not disappoint, bro. The whole city behind him now. Two out here, bro. Told New York, man, bro. New York. From once AJ went to New York and he tried to make it big in America and got starched, yeah, that was it, bro. New York was just no go. Same with Belanga. If he loses in July in Queens, he's done out here. Only Tiafimo's won in New York as a New York fight. Kambosos is knocking him out. A lot of man going Kambosos, you know. Hitchins is a good technician. But that jacket thing that Hitchins got looks fire. Remember, Kambosos did win the last time he was in New York. The last time he was in New York was at the Garden. I'm a dope boy, balling. I swear I should be playing at the Garden. I'm looking like dope boy. What do you man know about them tunes, man? Red Cafe and old school tunes. I think Rance wanted me and him to go to some boxing event as well next week, but obviously I'm going to be away. Otherwise, I would have rolled out with Rance as well. I'm going to link up with Rance when I get back from the Caribbean still. I wonder if there's any boxing gyms in Grenada. There must be. There must be some boxing gyms out there. Damn, I wasn't nervous before, but now you have me doubting Hitchins because it's true. Anytime you have a big NYC fight with one of our own, it goes bad, bro. New York man just put too much pressure on themselves because they're good talkers. Do you know what I mean? But the only one in recent times that's delivered has been Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez is the same guy that lost to George Kambosos last time. 22 wins, 3 losses, no draws, 10 knockouts. Sydney, Australia. They got some roadman out in Sydney as well. But this is one thing the Americans don't really seem to understand. Like Americans think like because they're from the hood, like they're the only people that's from the hood, and like they feel like they've invented poverty. Like there's mad hood everywhere you go. There's mad hoods. Like I remember when I went to Barcelona and I come out here, and there was just like 3 or 4 gal. They just looked like supermodels, blood. And I was like, yo, like where have they dropped me off when I come out of the station, innit? And then there was a couple like pimp looking brothers that was with them with dogs and that and bare tattoos, and I was like, yo, I am in the hood. How did I end up in the hood in Barcelona? Like, why am I here? The only good thing in Europe is that mad people are scared of London people because everyone knows London is crazy. Everybody says as soon as man know you're from London, they're just kind of settled because everyone knows London's nuts. Ramla Ali needs to win a world strap so I can shamelessly claim there's a Somali world champion. Oh, bro. Yeah, we used to back this boxer, Chris Colbert. They called him Mini B Hopkins. He got fucked up twice. Barcelona looks crazy and stuff, but Barcelona is my favorite city. I moved to Barcelona I'd move to Barcelona in a heartbeat. Even the ghetto parts, I love it. I was out there playing football with the youths then in Barcelona's banging. Looking like pre-gentrified Harlesden. But imagine Harlesden, but only in the summer. Only in the summer. Bro. You're right. One thing about Americans is they get super ignorant sometimes. Bro, when I see Americans come to Europe, yeah, it's long. Especially like we go Eastern Europe. Western Europe's different. You go Eastern Europe now, them man don't care. They don't care if you're from Philly and all these guys. These men have had like communism and that. Man don't care, bro. Go Kazakhstan, go Dagestan and them kind of places. Them man will smash you up, bro. No weapons, you know. Man fight bears and that in Dagestan. You can't fuck with that, man. Whole hood like Triple G. Can't fight. You can't fight them, man. They make London seem like Gotham City. The only thing that's saving me is if I ever visit the favela. Man, with no chain, no nothing. Some Slazenger trainers from Walmart, and that's it, bro. But man, then we're here. Round one. Let's get it cracking. They both look a little bit nervous to me. This is a big night for Hitchins. I feel like this is Hitchins' biggest night of his career so far. Here we go, round one. Let's go. Immediately looking to exchange. Both come in center ring. Ain't gonna be no running here. I wonder how difficult it is to prepare for someone like Kambosos because there's not a obviously Kambosos has a style, but there isn't like a set Australian style the same way there's a set Soviet style or there's a set kind of Black American defensive counterpunch style. Like, do you know what I mean? There's not a lot of there's not a wide body of work to look at to kind of study him. Yeah, there he goes. He goes for the overhand left straight away. Hitchins gets out of the way of it. You'd expect Hitchins to be winning rounds, and it's just can Kambosos land a power punch to kind of turn the tide of a round. But you'd expect Kambosos to be back down on rounds and then look for power shots for the most part. But is he a one-trick pony? That's the question. Now we know he's going to stoop low. He's going to look for that overhand. Hitchins looking a little bit jittery, but really looks kind of comfortable. Not huge output. The timing on the overhand was a little bit off, but what Kambosos is looking to do is to land the overhand when Hitchins is looking to throw the jab. So Hitchins doesn't want to throw the jab because he doesn't want to set up the overhand. So they're in a bit of a stalemate as to who's going to engage first. Doesn't look like much in terms of action, but this is the mental side of the game now. The Hitchins doing well, landing some punches, but every time he can't double up on the jab. Hitchins can't double up on the jab or overhand right there. Comes off the elbow or shoulder of Hitchins though. Hitchins wants to get some combinations going, but he can't yet. He's just got to just ease his way in. Just work on the single jab. Good counter right from Hitchins. Kambosos again, just looking for that short check hook. But it's not there for him yet. Hitchins looking for the double jab, but that's not there for him yet. Oh, it's nearly there though. Almost there. That's better though. Just a single jab for now. That's all he's got to do. Just a single jab. It's a lovely jab. He's got that Larry Holmes flicky kind of jab. Kambosos tries to rush in with some power shots, and Hitchins turns him really, really well. That was a good round for Hitchins, I felt like. Looking like it's going to be a good fight. I thought that's a really good round. So Hitchins wants to get that double jab going. He wants to get combinations going, but just not so early, because Kambosos, you don't want him to settle into his rhythm. Do you know what I'm saying? He's going to go off of rhythm. So it's difficult to do this type of fight if you're Hitchins, because you want to get into a rhythm, but you can't allow him to know your rhythm. So you just kind of got to let it happen sort of organically and keep him guessing. Can't allow it to get into too much of a rhythm. That was a good round, though. Definitely 1-0 Hitchins so far. Into round 2. Good patient round from Hitchins. Hopefully Hitchins mixes it up a bit throughout the fight. Yeah, 100%. He's got to mix it up real slow. He's got to take his time, mix it up real slow. Kambosos coming forwards and taking like territory, but not really doing anything with it. Hitchins realizing he can't really throw combinations, so he's just throwing singles for now, and that's okay. He's going to beat George Kambosos to the single every time. He's got the size advantage, he's got the reach advantage, he's quicker. But it's going to be a Devin Haney situation in terms of, do you start to try to bite off more than you can chew? Don't try to bite off more than you can chew. Just win the rounds. And this is the thing, people saying that, it's going to be a boring fight, or Hitchins is a boring fighter, but he can just win the fight. He can just win the fight. Good jab from Kambosos there. Good jab. Good snap jab. He's looking for power punches. He's looking for hooks. Hitchins not even really expecting that jab to come forward. Good counter jab from Hitchins. Another good jab. Another good jab again. If Hitchins just fights like this all night, he's going to box Kambosos' head off. Just do not look for more. Don't need to look for more. Let the opportunity happen. The opportunity for more will happen. Just let it happen. It's good defense from Hitchins. Kambosos doesn't really look like he's got much snap. Like, he's kind of tried to launch into that left hook a couple of times, but it just looks a bit slow. It looks real slow. It's good work there from Kambosos. Still a Hitchins round though, but a little couple moments of success. Kambosos looks too small. Is it just me? He looks small. Like, it don't even look like, even if he lands, it's just not really putting a dent into Hitchins. It's a great check left hook. That's a great check left hook there. 2-0 Hitchins to me. Eddie either gonna get an American or Australian superstar. He's the real winner in this. Yeah. That's the business, man. That's why Eddie's Eddie. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you think about White versus Moses? Yeah, White's gonna get pieced up still. I want to see White just physically just impose himself on Moses' home a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Try and be the bigger, stronger, more experienced man, older man in there. But White's probably going to lose. It's a good fight though. It's a good fight. Kambosos' eye already looking bruised up. And it's just jab after jab after jab from Hitchins. He ain't got to do too much more. Just catching him on the way in as well. Kambosos looks a little bit outmatched right now. I'm not going to lie. It's early, but Hitchins looking super sharp. I agree. The problem is, yeah, I can't really see where Kambosos gets success. He's not looking like the stronger man. He's not looking like the more powerful puncher. He's not looking sharper. Like, if I'm George Kambosos Sr., what am I building your game plan off of? Because Hitchins just looks better in every department. Do you know what I mean? He don't even look stronger. Unless you're just waiting for Hitchins to make a mistake. But, bro, how did this bro beat Teofimo, for fuck's sake? That was the last time he fought in New York, bro. It was them over at the time. It was them overhand rights. I think he surprised Teofimo as well. That's the fit. This is what I said before the fight. You know, now people know what you're on. Now people know what you're capable of. It's different when you can kind of surprise someone. Do you mean now it's not a surprise no more? It's a good right hand there from went straight through the guard, but look, he tried a left hand. Hitchins ducks it. Hitchins is just slowing down a little bit in terms of output, though. I want to see the output be a little bit more consistent because, again, it's rhythm. When you're not punching, you're allowing Kambosos to get into his rhythm. There's a good 1-2. That's much. This is better from Hitchins. It's like he heard me. Just keep jabbing to the head. Don't even go to the body, Hitchins. It's a good right hand from Hitchins. Good left hand again. Oh, it's a good overhand left from Kambosos. I don't think it landed clean, but clean enough to be a scoring blow. And yeah, like Hitchins gone to the higher guard, so you know he's not affected as such, but then he comes back 2 or 3 jabs. Not a lot of movement from Hitchins. I know we had a whole conversation about running and stuff like that. It's not. It's almost too little movement from Hitchins. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of footwork could really set him away in terms of level. He looks a couple levels above Kambosos, so I'm not gonna lie. Kambosos looks a little bit disappointing for me. Kambosos doing what he can, trying to cut off the ring, and Hitchins just dances out of the way. 3-0 Hitchins. Why are these black brothers so quick? Bro, these man, obviously, yeah, man know that these little like young black youths in the streets often out causing trouble or whatever, yeah. But when you see these boxers, it's like this is what can happen if these men have discipline. Do you know what I mean? If you get some of these black youths, they're just like genetically very, very gifted, and then you just give them good discipline, like they're nightmares, bro. They're nightmares to fight. And like I said, at the moment, he just looks better than Kambosos in every possible department, bro. He looks bigger, he looks quicker, he looks more powerful, better defense. Like Kambosos got to show me something. At some point, Kambosos is gonna have to turn this into a dogfight because you're just not showing me nothing right now. This is what makes it obvious to me that Tio's whole style is relying on the fluff. It looks like he had great footwork, but he can't fight on the back foot. Bro, you were right. Hitchens shouldn't throw combinations, just keep throwing the single shots. Bro, that's all he's got to do. That's all he's got to do. He only gives Kambosos a chance if he throws twos or threes. When it's Kambosos only throws singles. Kambosos only throws singles. So you throw a single, we shoot each other single for single. Kambosos gonna lose every time. You throw a double, you're giving him you're giving him a a rhythm and a time and a window to come and catch you. If you just throw the single, he's never gonna catch you. Once you're in a boxing match with somebody and your jab is you're bigger than them, stronger than them, quicker than them, and better jab than them, you should win the fight. The fight should be over. Unless there's something that they've got that's going to equalize that. Okay, cool. Kambosos is going to start going for power punches and whatever. But halfway through round 4, it's nearly 4-0. Like Kambosos is doing all this head movement, trying to tee something up. Jab it. Just jab it. Right here. Jab him. Jab him first. There you go. Don't double jab, just jab. I can see Hitchins almost starting to get bored. He's looking for left shots to the body. He's looking to put combinations together. No. He just put a combination together. He just got caught right hook to the body from Kambosos. No, just the singles. Guarantee you, Hitchins, he starts to put 2s and 3s together. He's going to start being on the receiving end of some of these punches. But you can see he's getting bored. He's literally getting bored. He's outclassed Kambosos, but he's bored. In round 5, Hitchins is going to get himself into a fight he don't want to be in, and it doesn't need to be in, because he's bored now. He wants to start showing off, and he wants to start moving through the gears. Good right hand from Hitchins. Good 2-piece. That was a good 2-piece. Kambosos coming with some power shots. Good 2-piece again from Hitchins. Kambosos is just outmatched. He's outmatched. He's outskilled, outmatched. The only thing we don't know is he outgunned? But we don't want to know. We don't need to know. Hitchins is too sharp, Samson said. Thoughts on Teo pulling out of the Haney negotiations? Weird to me. I hate Teofimo Lopez so much. Max said, yeah, it's over. I can't lie. Bro, he's just outgunned for everything. He's outgunned for everything. Like, you have no attributes over Hitchins. Like, none. Too small. Not enough power. Not quick enough. Nothing. Nothing at all. But Hitchins is going to get himself into a fight he doesn't need to be in. I'm telling you like that now. It's so unnecessary. Into round 5. Good job from Hitchins. Again. Man, no, can you tell me what Kambosos' corner was saying to him? Kambosos might just be waiting for the later rounds. Yeah, but he'll be so far behind. If he goes to 8-9 and he's 8 or 9-0 behind, then Hitchins can just run. And then what's Kambosos going to do? Then he'll have to he'll leave himself 3 rounds to try and knock him out. He can't leave to the later rounds because right now He hasn't even done any damage. It's not even like he's doing damage to him or he's slowing him down. Nothing. Like, what's he gonna? What if he can't lay a glove on him in 5 rounds? What's he gonna do with the last 2 rounds? But what's he gonna do? He's suddenly gonna pull some boxing ability out of nowhere that he doesn't have. Kambosos using that Fabio strat. Yeah, but Fabio Wardley's got 1 punch knockout power. Kambosos does not have 1 punch knockout power. Kambosos is not even the bigger guy. Hitchins is bigger than him. 90 versus 29. Good counter right from Hitchins. Another good counter right from Hitchins. And now Hitchins teeing off on Kambosos, leaving it to the late rounds. Kambosos is the one that's probably going to go down. He's just shipping. Man, what I tell you, round 5, Hitchins is going to drag himself into a fight he doesn't need to be in. That was good, but get in, do the work, get out. Hitchins is going to start looking for a stoppage, and that may give Kambosos opportunities. Good left hand. Good right hand again. Kambosos trying to just. Kambosos is going to be shattered soon. He's going to end up getting knocked down because he's tired, because everything he's throwing is a power punch. Kambosos is so bad this fight. He's not a bad fighter, but he's lost the ability to set up a power punch. He's just throwing power punches out there. And every time he's throwing power punches, Hitchins is tying him up. That's a brilliant round from Hitchins. Tying him up, smothering his work, and then pivoting around him and getting some shots off clean. It's a great round for Hitchins. 5-0. Anyone got it any other way other than 5-0? There's Teofimo Lopez out there looking like, I don't even know what my man's looking like. Some of these American men have no swag, you know. Sorry, Dylan, bro. I swear, man, I've got no swag. You got all the money in the world, and that's what you'll wear it. Fair enough. Beautiful round from Hitchins. Facts. But he doesn't need to keep getting into those types of fights. I want to know what the corner's saying to Kambosos, because other than just giving him a motivational speech, I don't know what technically he can do here. 5-0 down on my scorecard. And again, let's back to the singles. Brilliant. This is what I want to see from Hitchins, the singles. Look at the sweat getting boxed off of Kambosos' head every time Hitchins lands a single. The Hitchins is moving through the gears now. Kambosos is hesitant to throw the jab because of Hitchins' sharpness. 100%. Listen, I got my style with lingo from being Dominican. I can't defend these American guys. I was here, but my style comes from being Dominican. Bro, I don't know what style that was from Tio, bro. He's looking aggressively Mexican. Kambosos just slipped. It doesn't count as a knockdown. He slipped. These are the kind of fights that kill someone too, bro. He's just getting his head boxed off. He's just lucky that Hitchins can't really crack like that. Because in that last round, Hitchins, if he could crack a little bit more, he could have got put down. Hitchins just allowing Kambosos very, very slightly to land some of these glancing blows. You can see even when they come up close, Kambosos is trying to push Hitchins off him. He can't push him off him. He's just too big, too strong. He just looks like the bigger man in there. And now Kambosos is going backwards. That's a worry. Look, Kambosos is going backwards, and then he's trying to launch off the back foot into a power punch, but that's all he's got. It's good discipline from Hitchins. He's not getting dragged into a fight you don't want to. Good uppercut. And Kambosos is game, but Kambosos is just looking real English in there. Hitchins is still, for me, allowing Kambosos just a little bit too much rope. He's allowing him to be in the fight slightly too much. Maybe I'm being harsh because it is 5-0. That's big right hand from Kambosos. But Hitch is just going to come back with good, tight, direct punches, more jabs. He's going to jab his head off. Good right hand from Hitchins. Another good right hand. 6-0. Yeah, you're right. He's not using his footwork much, bro. No footwork, bro. He's got Joy Izzy. He's got no respect for him. He's got no respect for him. But I just don't want him to get just roped into something. I wonder how long the corner's going to give it, because 6 rounds, your face is looking battered, and you just ain't landed a glove on him, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, credit to Kambosos though for keeping going, but it looks like Hitchins could just be taking away his will and his desire. Like, he could be beating him into submission. Pause. As I look back at that round 5, and that big right hand put him on his back foot, and looked like it could have, if Hitchins could crack, he could have been looking at a knockdown there. It's good fighting instincts from Kambosos just to keep fighting back, but he's lucky Richardson Hitchins ain't got power like that. Into round 7, I got it 6-0. Richardson Hitchins just needs to keep doing exactly what he's been doing. Don't worry about all the rest of it. Don't worry about the knockout and the highlight reel and all that foolish. Don't worry about all that. Just jab, 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 jab. Jab this guy's head off. Good double jab. Thing is, Kambosos, it's a good right hand from Hitchins. Catches Kambosos on the way in. Kambosos trying to throw these body punches, but he's throwing these power punches like around here. He's not even going to the head with the power punches. Not gonna lie, I don't want to watch this anymore, bro. I want to see. I want to see if Hitchins can stop him. Because Hitchins is bigger than stronger than Lomachenko. Hitchins just starting to showboat a little bit and show some flash. And Hitchins backing up. You don't even need to back up. There's good double jab. Kambosos' timing's completely gone. In the early part of the fight, when Hitchins was throwing the double jab or the triple jab, Kambosos was getting in between the punches. Now his timing's gone, completely gone. Another double jab again, triple jab. Power punch from Kambosos just comes straight off the high guard. There's loads of times when Hitchins' left hand is low and Kambosos doesn't throw that power punch, and then Hitchins is standing there with a tight high guard, and then he throws power punch straight into the high guard. What's the point? Good left hand. If Hitchins wants to stop it, he's going to have to go back to the body shots. He ain't never going back to them body shots, but he's jabbing my man's head off at will. Just keep jabbing his head off, man. Jab. Hitchins ain't got no power, man. When he hits him clean in the body, he ain't doing nothing. It's another Hitchins round. The body shots ain't doing nothing though. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, what you're saying is right. If he wants to stop him, he's got to tenderize the meat with the body shots and then take all the energy. But the body shots don't do nothing. Like, when he hits him in the body, Kambosos is just walking forwards. He's just walking straight through those body shots. But when he's just hitting the double jab, then Kambosos is just frozen. He can't keep moving forwards. He's got enough power to jab him backwards or at least freeze him. but the body shots just ain't doing nothing. Seven 0 by the way, man. 7-0. Dylan, what part of New York you from? What borough are you from? Yeah, you're right. That's Hitchens' only problem. The power isn't there. No power, bro. He should have dropped this guy twice already. He's 7 rounds of punching the guy's head off. If Kambosos don't win this round, they got to stop it. Bro, he's just going to hold licks. Do you know what I mean? How long are you going to let your boy take licks for? But the problem is that Hitchens don't hit with enough power. So, like, if Kambosos had been dropped or looked like really badly damaged or whatever, I think they would stop it. But I don't think they will. They won't. They might not stop it because it's not. You don't look like no real damage. Okay, now look, Hitchens getting into a fight he doesn't need to get into. He's stooping low and he's going for overarching overhand lefts. This works in Kambosos' favor now because they can trade a couple overhands and Kambosos can get himself back into the fight. I'm not sure about this tactic right here, especially from the beginning of the round. I would have jabbed my way into the round for the first 30 seconds and then come with this. But Washington Heights and Matt. Okay, I've heard of Washington Heights. Look how slow that hook was from Kambosos. Hitchens landed 104 jabs in that last round. Jabbed him 104 times in his headpiece. Yeah, it looks like Hitchens is going for a stoppage now. But he just can't crack. Kambosos is looking like a washed Plant versus Resendez. Yeah, very similar. Very similar. But that fight was more competitive. This is just they could fight for 100 rounds and it would be 100-0. Man landed 104 jabs on your headpiece last round. Now Hitchens is talking to him. Now Hitchens is showboating, looking at the corner. Hitchens' jab working wonders, but he hasn't got that oomph to it. 100%. There's no snap to it, man. Hitchens is starting to get into a showboating bag now, talking to him. That's why Kambosos didn't want to bet that 50K at the press conference. Oh, and Kambosos is down. It was a shot to the body that put him down. Kambosos is down in the 8th round. This could be it. He's hanging on to the ropes. I think this will be it. The ref's up on, he's counted 8. The ref's waved it off. The ref has waved it off. 8th round. And Dylan did say if he wants to stoppage, go back to the body. It was a body shot that put him down. Kambosos just got politely battered. Battered. That was the most polite battering I've ever seen in professional boxing. Because he didn't really he didn't knock him out hard or anything like that, but he just broke him up, bro. He just broke him up. You didn't look like you were ever gonna win this fight. You didn't like it was at no point was it competitive, nothing. Like he put him down with a body shot, bro. Do you know how he went down? He went down like Anthony Yard against Kovalev. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was like a jab to the body and he just fell down. Once he went down, he didn't look like he wanted to get up. Do you know what I'm saying? That is worse. Yeah, bro. Hitchens looked great tonight and got the stoppage 100%. That was a solid performance. Bro, 104 jabs he landed on his head in round 7. 100 bro. Devin Haney didn't even throw 100 punches in a fight. Do you know what I'm saying? NYC fighter finally delivered 100%. 100%. Finally. Do you know what I mean? What's that at? This is at 140 for the IBF Super Light. There's a solid title defense because obviously it's Hitchens' belt. And we've got to talk about what's next for Hitchens. Do you know what I'm saying? I would have liked to see him fight Teofimo, but Teofimo's going up to 147. There's a fight there, maybe Gary Antoine Russell. Maybe there's a fight there. Who knows? Who knows? But that's a solid performance. And that's what people want to see from Devin and Shakur, because that's technically fundamentally sound, But then moving through the gears, getting a stoppage. Do you know what I mean? That shows that you can box fundamentally sound, defensively responsible as well, and still actually go and get a stoppage. That was a really good fight. Well, not a really good fight. It was a really good performance from Hitchins. Kambosos, we got to talk about Kambosos. Kambosos looked awful. He looked awful. If we're keeping it real, he looked terrible. Terrible. Kambosos might be done. He's not even old. How old is he? 32. Okay. He's 32. But Kambosos might be done. I'm not going to lie. You're getting jabbed 60, 70, 80 times a round for 8 rounds and then getting knocked down by a body shot. Yeah, but Kambosos made some good money. He might be done. Kambosos definitely looks shot. Yes, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think Kambosos should hang it up there. He is 55 in boxing years, bro. He's made a few mil. Do you know what I mean? But just leave it because boy, that just didn't even look competitive. Richardson Hitchins don't even look like he's in a fight. He didn't look like he was in a fight. And where does this put Hitchins now? Do you know what I'm saying? The only people Kambosos lost to, he's lost twice to Devin Haney. That was peak Devin Haney, and he got stopped by um Lomachenko. And but both the fights against Devin Haney, they weren't even stoppages. He's only been stopped once before this. Do you know what I mean? And that was against Lomachenko. This is his second stoppage. So that's a good statement win. I think that's a good statement performance for Richardson Hitchins, in my opinion. I'd like to see him fight Devin. I'd like to see him fight Shakur. I'd like to see him fight those technically sound fighters and show that you can be technically sound and aggressive and turn up the heat at the right time. Kambosos can't take another one of those losses. Nah, nah, nah. He's mash up, bro. He's mash up, bro. He just got Braca. He just got Braca. 100%. Hitch is ready for the. All right, Mac. I'll shout you in a bit, my bro. Love for staying up. Hitchins is ready for the after party at One Oak tonight. He don't even got a scratch on him. Shout out One Oak, man. I haven't been to the New York One Oak, but I've been to the Dubai One Oak, bro. I'm really a nightclub guy. I'm more of a pool party guy, but the One Oak was a good night still. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple good nights in there still. That was easy work, man. Left hook to the body and what like yeah, we could see we did say like we all said here like we might have to see a towel come in the side because after 7 rounds, it was 7-0. You're not putting a dent in him. He's out jabbing you. You're not landing your hooks. You're not throwing any uppercuts. You're not pushing him back. You're not like nothing you're throwing at this guy is putting any type of dent in him. All you're doing is just taking years off your life. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. What time is it? 4:30. Man, then let me call that a wrap. Let me wrap this up because 4:30. Oh, I can't believe I stayed up for this. It was a good fight though. It was two good fights. You're right. I'm coming to bed now. Yeah, man. Then two good fights, and I think we've just seen the end of George Kambosos, and he went out in not great fashion. He just got boxed up for seven or 8 rounds. He got boxed up like Chinese takeaway blood. I'm not gonna lie. Is this Teofimo Lopez coming into the ring? It looks like Teofimo is going to come and have a little face off. It's going to be an all New York affair against Hitchins. But I thought Teofimo is moving up to 147. Chicken 101 game in big love, bro. Samson, thank you as well. If any of you lot are watching this, let me know what he's saying because obviously I got the audio turned down. But is it a call out thing? Oh, it's not a call out thing. There's hugging his brethren. Oh, Hitchins called out Haney after ducking Devon. He has no shame. Yeah, bro. And now Hitchins is calling out Haney. Called out Haney and called him a bitch. Good stream, brother. Love for the live and love to all the bros in the chat. Everyone have a good night. Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight or against Shakur, because I want to see those guys that technically sound be aggressive, and that's how you're supposed to be fighting. Not that I want to change the rules on a showbiz thing or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Listen, man. Smash a like on the video. I'm gonna call it a night there. 4:30 in the morning. Congratulations to Richardson Hitchins. That is a dominant performance. And Kambosos, like I say, he's made a bit of money. He's fought the top guys. Time to call it a day, though, brother. Time to call it a day. Do you know what I mean? Man, then we will be back live next weekend. I will be in the Caribbean, but Shane will be here for the return of Deontay Wilder and Jake Paul versus Chavez. We don't really like influencer boxing, but for the views, we got to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, man, then I will see you guys in a couple of weeks when I'm back from the Caribbean. And yeah, man, follow me on Instagram if you want to see my Caribbean trip. Do you know what I'm saying? At Nick J. Francis. And yeah, man, see you lot for Campbell Hatton versus Jack Catterall when I'm back. Peace and love every time. You know what it is.